Hey, if you thought our story for opposite sex friendships was pretty wild, just hold on. We're about to blow your mind. We found some research that is crazy.
But first we need to establish some basics. So rule number 1. Today we're talking about something that is shocking to me.
Yeah.
Shocking.
I never thought we'd actually have to say this.
A recent study of 2,000 adults under age 40 showed that 1 in 10 married young adults, so young adults that are under 40, are on dating sites. So
These
11,
are married
yes,
young adults on a dating site.
yes.
Wow.
11% of married young adults under age 40 currently are using dating apps or websites, according to a recent study of 2,000 adults age 18 to 39. And it's just super fascinating to me. I'm not quite sure what to make of that. I just saw this and honestly, I'm reeling a little bit.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get into this. But first, hey, don't forget to subscribe. We have weekly videos to help you and to help your marriage thrive.
So of the 11% that are on, married young adults that are on dating sites, 27% of them are looking for a casual date.
Wow.
23% are looking for another relationship. 11% are looking for hookups. And I mean, let's call it what it is. That's an affair. And 38% say they're looking for friends. So I'm reeling as I'm reading this, and actually just so sad that this sacred thing called marriage is being mistreated and taken so lightly and casually.
Yeah. Well, so here are 3 facts about marriage that we never thought that we would have to actually say and verbalize.
Mm-hmm.
You know, first and foremost, marriage is exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
There should never be should I get on a dating app now that I'm married or not? I mean, that's the part of marriage where we create security within our relationship, to where we've in Genesis 2:24, where it says that a man should leave his father and mother, cleave to his wife, the two shall become one. Part of leaving, talked about this before, our past relationships, past ways that I would behave as a single young adult, including being on dating apps. I mean, when we got married, I would have put all that stuff aside. We didn't have dating apps
I was going to
when we
say.
got married. But, I mean, either way, this is not something that we would do. And I think first and foremost, what really grieves my heart is just the loss of the personal integrity there.
Right.
I mean, we're passionate about marriage, but never forget that God sent His Son to die for people, not for marriage. And we are passionate about marriage, but the 2 individuals that make up the marriage, man, they matter. And I'm thinking about that person who's made that choice to go jump on a dating app, to look for a casual date, to look for a hookup, to look for another relationship. I mean, I don't know if they're talking about, hey, I'm tired of this relationship, so I'm searching for a new one, or I want an open relationship. I mean, who knows?
Well, is it done
what's
in
meant
hiding and secrecy, which takes so much energy to hide and to not be known?
Yeah.
And so I wonder, is it hiding, or is it like this is just how we want to pursue marriage, is with multiple entities involved in a relationship that is supposed to be a man and a woman?
Yeah. But again, that marriage is exclusive. The individuals have to be making that choice and really understand why and the impact. And to your point, I mean, when I'm running around being secretive, I mean, that costs me my integrity. That costs me, just the willingness to even be known, to be seen, because if I got to hold these secrets. So it's just that saddens me, just even at that level, as far as the individuals. And so marriage is exclusive. There is no room for a second, third, fourth. There's never room there, because of how it injures the relationship and the 2 people involved.
Right. And then secondly, marriage is lifelong, a covenant marriage. is lifelong. So we stand before God on our wedding day and we take these vows that are not just to each other, but before God. And, think about what we typically say as we're saying our vows, for better or worse, for sickness and in health, and for richer, for poor. All of that is part of the marriage journey.
Till death do us.
I forgot the most important part.
That's the point. Yeah, till death do us part.
Yes,
yeah.
That this is a journey that we are on together with each other as well as with the Lord. And so, like you were saying just a moment ago, adding additional parties into the marriage is not what it was created to be.
No, it's, I think about it. We've talked about this. I mean, part of now 33 years of marriage, I think about the courage that it took for you. I mean, for me as well, but I'm thinking though, as your husband, the courage that it took and the trust that you extended, the security that you long for, to say, I'm giving you my heart for the rest of my life. And my hope is that you're going to, take my heart and protect it and help it feel safe and secure and all those things. And again, so if I'm off on a dating website, just the violation of that moment of trust of saying, well, I'm putting my heart, in giving that to you. What a terrible violation of that sacred trust that we placed within each other.
And at some point, I can almost guarantee this would come out. If it's done in hiding and secrecy,
Absolutely.
in the damage that it would do to the relationship and to the lifelong covenant is great. Not that there can't be recovery from it, but the amount of work and healing that's being imposed as a result of a secret sin is enormous.
Yeah.
The level of pain and grief. And that's if the couple chooses to continue forward in the marriage, because there's been a severing of that security within the relationship. And so eventually it's going to come out.
Yeah.
And I think, in this fantasy world, we believe that, this is never going to come out. It will come out because it takes so much energy to hide.
Yeah. And we're making the assumption that this is being done in secrecy versus for couples who believe that, man, we can have an open marriage and that's healthy for us. It's not. There's not a single piece of research that shows that does anything but harm in the marriage, destroy the trust. You mean, even, I was thinking about this, even for me, thinking about an open marriage, man, most couples, me included, us included, we have barely enough time to pursue each other.
Right.
Much less going, okay, now I'm going to go and date this person, or I'm going to pursue this person. I mean, the money, the time, the effort, the energy, that should be reserved for my one person, my soulmate, my SOLE, my single, the only, you're my person. And therefore, I want to honor you, honor our marriage by reserving all of that energy, all of that time, all of that cost. And I want to spend money on you, not someone else. I mean, even at that level, this makes no sense to me at all. And it's only opening up your marriage for more pain and heartache.
Totally.
Marriages don't survive that sort of experience, those sort of behaviors.
Yes.
All right, so number 3, marriage is active, in which means that we've got to be pouring attention, time, effort, energy, all of what we just were talking about into our relationship. This is where that pursuit needs to take place.
Because otherwise you're divided. Your heart is divided.
Right.
Marriage is a constant decision to pour into each other and the marriage, and to pursue each other in the marriage. We'll often say in a marriage, you're either drifting apart or you're pursuing growth and connection. So it's one or the other. And if you have something else going on over here, it's going to be really hard to pursue connection and growth.
Yeah, and a part of that pursuit is to go, if I'm being tempted to be on a dating website, what's going on for me? Like, what is that about? What is that about for me as an individual? Maybe there's something that I'm longing for that I'm not getting, that I need to deal with. That I need to go in and get some counseling from a good licensed Christian counselor and figure this out. What's maybe not happening within the relationship, and use this as an opportunity to say, hey, let's grow. You know, we're always telling our kids, fail forward. And so figure this out. The easy way to do this is just to be secretive and try to find hookups and other relationships and kind of be curious on a dating website. Courage is saying something's either going on for me personally or with us, and that matters to me. Could we go get some help? And even if you say no, well, I'm still going to go get help, because my integrity matters.
Yes.
And above the marriage, allow your integrity as a man, as a woman, to matter, to go. I don't want to sacrifice that to do this sort of behavior.
And bottom line, the marriage will only be as healthy as the two individuals. I was thinking about that this morning for some reason. Just when one of us is exhausted, tired, or let's say both of us are exhausted and tired, worn out, burned out, we're not going to pour into the marriage. And I had this profound moment of going, I feel really tired. And that does impact our connection, because if I'm exhausted, I'm not going to pursue you, the marriage. And how then does one cope?
Yeah.
But
I can, regardless of where you're at.
Yes,
pursue
you sure can.
You and our
and
marriage.
you're welcome to do that.
You will allow this.
I will take that.
Yeah, we'll take all that energy that might go to a dating website and pour that into your marriage. Boy, that is so worth it. You'll never regret that.
So if this is you and you are currently on a dating website, or maybe you're contemplating going on a dating website,
or you're just super frustrated within your relationship,
you feel disconnected, you feel like married roommates, maybe you're in a season of raising small kids, caring for elderly parents. We all have lots of stuff going on. There's so much hope for you and for the marriage. We have an event called Resist the Drift, and it's all about how do we resist this drift, because all of us at some point go through a season where we drift, and we can be intentional about connection and growth.
Yeah, Aaron and I use the verse, guard against the little foxes, those little foxes that can destroy your vineyard of love, so destroy your marriage, by focusing on the research that we did to identify why do couples drift? Why do they feel like they're married roommates? Busyness, exhaustion, and separateness. Those are the big three that we're going to go through, and we just give real practical ways to fight against those, kind of leading to the last session, which is, why does connection really matter anyway? It's because God wants to take a connected, close marriage and unleash it into this world. But we're never going to dream about how our marriage could be used if we're disconnected. That's why all this connection matters, why resisting the drift matters, because we want our marriage unleashed. We can't wait to see you there.
So it's crazy to me that we even need to talk about some of this stuff, but it's so important to talk about it. Remember, your marriage is exclusive. It's you and your spouse, and not any external party. Your marriage is lifelong, and so there's a journey that you are on together until death do us part, as well as marriage is active. Marriage is something that we need to pursue daily, and your marriage is worth pursuing daily.
Well, if you found this information helpful, go ahead and like the video. And don't forget, you can subscribe for weekly videos, because we want to help your marriage thrive in Christ.